Hello, welcome. I'm Luke Green. You have been doing some Let's Plays of various video games. In this case, I'm looking to do a Let's Play of the Touch of Evil board game, and my attempts to do it on an actual tabletop, especially with my small table, have proven a little bit iffy. So what I'm going to do is I've got Roll20 open. I've put an overlay of the map here, and I'm going to take some images. I'm going to take some videos of my. Not you're not going to see the setup obviously so much, but I'm going to run the turns in between the videos and then give a summary of each turn afterwards. I tried this a little bit using my phone, and that did not work too well because my phone kind of refused to deliver the videos to my computer. And again, it's not very good quality and such. So I'm trying to use this with my webcam and this. And I'm not using my normal video capture software because it wouldn't capture this. I'm using another one. The problem with this one and why I don't usually use it is because it only usually captures my side of the conversation. It doesn't seem to capture the computer side. So if I'm doing this with friends or such, then I only catch one side of the conversation. Or if I'm doing a computer game, I catch my talking, but I don't catch the sounds from the video game. So I usually use Fraps instead. In this case, I'm going to use this other one, and I forget what its name is. But anyway, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my heroes. And actually, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over, you know what? I have a die roller, so I don't need the dice. I'm going to get the keyboard out of my way. The first thing I usually do is I choose characters. I place a little bit solo because there's not many people around me right now to play with. Um, and the way I usually do somewhere between one and four characters on this game. And I do the cooperative mode, so we're not working against each other. Sometimes cooperative mode comes out looking like it's a lot easier. There are ways to make it harder, and we're going to be using some of those. So, but I have lost this game. The game has beaten me a couple times, some fairly memorable ones. Anyway, first things first, I'm going to set out my things here. I usually set them in rows. You can't see them because they're on the desk in front of me. And, ooh, that's rows of 3. I need rows of 4. I need rows of 3. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I only have enough for 2 rows. I'm actually going to go ahead and play 4 characters. And I have got all the things here in front of me. And I'm going to see here. I played a game last night or so, so I'm going to hope I don't get the same characters. Well, actually, a couple of those characters were ones I like, but let's see. Roll 1d6. Let's go ahead and randomly choose instead of selecting one. 1. Okay, here we go. You two are out. Okay, next. Oops. 1 again. You two are out. I don't know what I don't know what characters I've picked yet. I haven't looked. And oh, I need to make it 1d3. Okay, 3. Okay, you two are out. And 1. So 1, 1, and the 5 could have been a 2. Actually, I'm going to go ahead. It's too late for that. 1, 1, 3, and 1. Okay, so let's see what characters I've got. Well, one of these is my character from last night. Okay, so Victor Danforth, the actor. he gets events a little bit easier, and he can pull some cards from the discard pile if he pays 4 investigation. And Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, the school teacher who can't use any guns except pistols, and gets +2 combat for every book she carries. So we want to give her all the books. Okay, and next, the Scarlet Shadow. Honor 6. Starts the game at any road space when KO'd is placed at the abandoned keep instead of the town hall. While at the abandoned keep, may heal wounds as an action for 1 investigation each. He can't go into town without making a cunning roll, or else he gets caught. And he can move anytime he rolls a 6 or more. He can move anywhere. Actually, let's read these quotes. A simple task for someone of my talents. That's Danforth. It's time I taught you a lesson. That'd be Anne-Marie. Desperate times call for drastic deeds. Scarlet Shadow. And Adriana, foreign traveler, blind, fast strike, enhanced senses. A fast strike means her attacks land before the monsters do, which is awesome. Okay. I do not need to see you to stop you. She's basically a female Daredevil in post-revolutionary America. Okay, so that done. All my villains are on the table behind me. I did not plan that out. Yay, you get to see how fat I am. Okay, I'm going to roll a 1d5. I've got them all out in a row in front of me. And I'm hoping I don't end up getting the same one I did last night, because I kind of already experienced that. Here we go. 4. Recently. Okay. The werewolf. Ugh, savage. Problem with the werewolf is he makes other people werewolves. The vampire kind of does that, but only to elders, NPCs. But anyway, the werewolf. Savage. He does damage on 4, 5, or 6 rather than just 5 or 6. There's a character that does that too. I was playing with her last night. Trail of Death. Lair cards always cost 3 investigation regardless of the shadow's track's current position. That is actually pretty useful. I might be able to end this fight very quickly. Then again, I'll have to be able to get to the level of power I need. Curse of the Werewolf. Any hero KO'd in a fight with the werewolf is automatically scratched and must take a Curse of the Werewolf card, which is terrible. That is actually how I lost one time. You can only lose if all your heroes are KO'd at the same time. If at any time all your heroes are KO'd at the same time, you lose. And there is one game I have which I kind of refer to it as a joke about the old hammer horror lesbian vampire thing. I refer to it as the lesbian werewolf thing, since the werewolf turned out to be one of the town elders, Sophie the midwife, infected Katerina the outlaw, who infected everybody else, and I didn't get control of the curse, and ended up with once you got a curse, somebody curses a werewolf, then it gets really annoying, hard to control. People just, it was really hard to get control of the game after everybody was cursed. And then when I had the showdown, I lost, and yay, werewolves won. It would have been that bad if the good werewolves had won, but the bad werewolves won. Bestial Speed. Each During each fight round, the werewolf's attacks are resolved before the hero gets to act, which means at the same time as Adriana's. Okay. Children of the Night. Anytime the mystery card Murder is played, roll d6. On a roll of 4 plus, put a feral kin at the same random location as the investigation. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the minion card for Werewolf. Here we are. We're going to do the advanced. We have Terrorize. Discard the top card of each location deck as well as the top card of the event deck. The Shadow track moves one step closer to darkness. Rat's Nest, Feral Kin, and Werewolf attack. What I really kind of dislike about the way they set it up is they don't get wolves. There are wolf cards, but they don't get wolves. Vampires get wolves, which kind of makes sense. But vampires also get zombies, which it makes less sense. And you could replace the rat's nest, take the rat's nest and put it in for the zombies, and put wolves in for the werewolves. But it would change the dynamic a little bit since the wolves aren't nearly as big a problem as the rat's nest. Anyway, that's the situation we have, and I am now going to set up for and play the first round. Actually, no, we'll roll off to see who wins first round. Let's see. Danforth. Okay, Anne-Marie. Okay, Scarlet Shadow. And Adriana. 6. So, okay, Scarlet Shadow. Adriana. Adriana will go first. And I'm going to end this video and start running the next turn. I'm actually going to pause. Okay, welcome back. Now I've got it set up, so I'm about to take the first turn. And let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. 1d6. 5. Adriana gets to move 5. Everybody starts with 2 investigation. You start out at... Oh, no. He does not start out at the town hall. He starts out at the crossroads. Okay, you start out at the town hall unless you're the Scarlet Shadow. She can move 5. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go up to the windmill. Yeah, the windmill sounds good. Okay. Let's draw from the top of the windmill. Beast in the dark. You must use cunning instead of combat when fighting the beast in the dark. If defeated, gain 4 investigation. And I'm going to be probably not show you the actual cards. Pretty much want you to... I do want to do this to encourage people to buy the game and run it themselves, play it themselves, more than anything else. Okay, here we go. So, she gets to apply hers first. This beast has 3 fight dice and 2 wounds. She has to use her cunning, but her cunning is 3. So, and she hits on a 5 or a 6. That's the standard. Most people hit on 5 or 6. And she missed. And I probably should have set that to... Now it gets... Here we go. Nope. There we go. It gets its turn. And it makes 2 successes. I could spend 2 fight to make it... 2 investigation to make it fail. To make it forced to re-roll one of those. I think I will. So it will have to re-roll one of its fives. And it still gets a success. So Adriana still has 2 wounds. Two. Lovely. It's also fights in the dark, so our normal advantage over people fighting people in the dark probably would not help. I am still going to try another round. I have the option of retreating, but I am going to try another round. Okay. Here we go. Come on. You don't need to get 2 successes. And you get 3. Hers applies first. She is, so far as I know, the only character in the set. She is the only character in the set I have that gets to apply her attacks before the monster goes. So the beast in the dark is defeated, and she gets 4 investigation. Oops. Okay. 4 investigation. Here we go. Save changes. I'm trying to decide whether or not to buy a lair. We are in no way, shape, or form ready to fight the werewolf yet. But you know what? I'm not going to play against the lair. I am going to go ahead and peek at a secret. And I'm going to start with soap. I'm going to spend 2. Oh, wait a minute. She has enhanced senses. She only spends 1 investigation to peek at a secret. She can still buy a lair. I will consider that. Okay. Now I'm going to peek at Sophie's secret, because every time she's a bad guy, I get in trouble. Selfless martyr. You may announce this secret and reveal it at any time to prevent all wounds you would take from a single source. When used, all other secrets on this town elder are discarded and the elder is automatically killed. Sophie's not a bad guy this time, at least so far. You can get more secrets added to him. Okay. So that is her. There will be a pause after this because I'll probably end up altering the elder sheet to note that. Actually, I don't have to edit the elder sheet at all because nobody's evil. So we know nobody's been revealed as evil. So Sophie is a selfless martyr. Okay. She is not the werewolf. At least not yet. Okay. Now, who's next? Oh, right. Adriana was the last one I listed. So it was Danforth, Anne Marie, Scarlet Shadow, and Adriana. Adriana got first player, so it goes to Danforth. Danforth. Please roll. 3. You get to move 3. Well, being the amazing person that I am, I think I shall take this investigation. I shall take it to... I'll take it to the covered bridge. Yep, that'll be good. Now, the covered bridge, there's a chance for a mystery. So I got to roll 1d6, and if it's a 1 or a 2, it's a mystery. It's a 4. So it's an event. Events are good. Mysteries are bad. Play immediately. +1. Honor. Strength of courage. Now, most of the cards portray Danforth as something of a coward, so this one is a little bit more courageous than usual. Courage, +1. Event, okay. Oh, no, honor, +1. From strength of courage. Let's see if there's a quote. There is not a quote. There's no color text. But, surprisingly, the picture on the card is that of Danforth. Okay, so that is Danforth's turn. Danforth found his courage and decided not to run away. He was heading to the crossroads to try to get out of town. Probably would have found that was impossible. Okay, that said, who's next? Oh, the Scarlet Shadow. 3. Let us head to the old woods. We shall encounter the old woods. Oh, we find an axe. He gets +1 combat. His combat is now 5. I would actually like to get him the dueling pistol so he can use his honor, but by the time it's beginning to look like by the time I get that, if I get that, I think there's only one dueling pistol, I might end up have a better combat. We'll see. The last game I played, I had somebody using spirit, somebody using honor, somebody using cunning, and somebody using combat for fighting. It was very odd. Okay. You have the axe. You may discard to cancel any mystery card on the d6 roll of a 2+. That's useful. If I get a really, really bad mystery card, I can cancel it once by discarding the axe. And there is no color text. He has an axe. Okay. That gets us down to Anne-Marie, all off on her lonesome. And she just rolled a 3. I think we shall head to the church. We will pull an event. Recovery. Play at any time except during a fight to immediately heal d6 wounds from a hero or d3 wounds from the villain. The healing the villain comes from when you play this game competitively and you're trying to kill the monster before the other players do. There are a lot of event cards that allow you to help the villain or hurt other players. Play to immediately take any ally out of a discard pile. Okay. So I'm going to note that she has recovery. That way I don't have to have the card cluttering up my desk so much. Recovery. Okay. And this is now time for the mystery phase. Okay, there's a couple things. Okay. Let us see. Oh, where is that? Okay. Okay, first things first, cooperative mystery phase chart. Roll 1d6. And get a 4. Minion attack. Roll once on the villain's minion chart and place that minion at a random location. 5. Oh, it's a werewolf attack. Who gets attacked? Wait. Let me read. It doesn't say, so I'm going to say it's the person who is first player, since they're usually responsible for mystery phase. So it's going to be Adriana getting attacked at the windmill. Okay. Now, this is not a showdown. What's going to happen is there's going to be one round of fighting, and every hit Adriana manages to get gives her 1 investigation. I just realized something very bad. Very, very, very bad. Okay. Here we go. She's likely to get KO'd in this fight because she's at, I think, 1 wound. No, she's at 2 wounds, which means only 1 more wound and she's KO'd. And the werewolf is likely to get that 1 KO. So, usually, with the villain, they usually roll theirs first. It still happens simultaneously. Usually rolls there first. The werewolf's hits happen before the players do. They are not simultaneously. However, in combination with Adriana's ability, they happen simultaneously again. So we're going to do it like a normal werewolf villain versus hero thing. We're going to roll the villain first. And then we're going to roll the hero, but it happens simultaneously. Ugh. And it doesn't matter, she will go unconscious. Okay, let's see if she manages to get any. She gets no investigation out of this, which means she's going to go get KO'd. Well, we already knew she was going to get KO'd. Let's see how much she loses. 2. So she's going to go down to 1 investigation. The werewolf KO'd her. And she goes over here. KO. And lovely thing, she gets Curse of the Werewolf. Okay. Place a transformation marker on this card at the start of each mystery phase unless you are KO'd. When there are 4 markers here, remove them and flip this card over. You have become a werewolf hero. Curses may be cured at the doctor's office. Oh dear. So she had the encounter with the werewolf and managed to flee to the town hall, but got torn up in the process. That's what I imagine what the KO means. They run away. They managed to escape and pass out at the town hall. But she's managed to take an injury. Okay. So, Adriana, first round, has Curse of the Werewolf. Oh. And we still haven't drawn the friggin' mystery card yet. Okay. What am I looking for? Oh, right. Okay. If I can get 6 investigation, I can get that curse cured. Yeah, that'll be a little bit difficult. The werewolf is a hard monster to beat sometimes, I think. Okay, mystery card. Traitor's Blood. Each hero must immediately roll a d6 and add their honor. Whichever hero has the lowest result, roll off if tied, must immediately choose one of the town elders to be killed by the villain. The hero also loses investigation equal to the chosen elder's honor. Okay. I don't know any secrets except for Sophie's. You know, I could have used Sophie's to cancel those wounds, but then she would die, and I would have 2 dead elders. Okay, so we'll start with Adriana since it's her turn, since she's first player this turn. She gets a 7. Victor Danforth has a +1 honor, so he gets a 6. Anne Marie gets a 9. And the Scarlet Shadow also gets a 9. I am sorry, Danforth. It is you. You have to choose. Okay. Any one of these I choose, he'll lose all of his investigation except for with Lady Hanbrook. I will hit Lord Hanbrook. Is going to die. Just curious. Oh, he was a servant of darkness. Okay. So, it's good he died. He is dead. Okay. Edit. Lord Hanbrook. Evil. And dead.